Good day, everyone. This is the episode 2, and we are going to talk about how to use social media responsibly. How to use social media responsibly. But first, let us start by defining what is social media. Social media are websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. It allows people to interact, connect, and communicate with each other all throughout the globe. It serves as a platform not only for sharing contents and information, but also for education, business, and entertainment. Here is a quote by John Ronson. The great thing about social media was how it gave a voice to voiceless people.
In today's digital era, we are living in a tech-saturated world wherein there is an endless sharing and creating of ideas, thoughts, and information through various interactive virtual communities and networks. With the rapid expansion of the internet, it is undeniable that social media is taking our generation by storm. There are various platforms to express ourselves, such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Pinterest, etc. We connect with our friends, create content, and entertain or interact with other people too. However, it is inevitable that conflicts and miscommunications may arise. With that in mind, it is important to monitor our behavior and distinguish what is appropriate and what is unacceptable in an online social environment. We refer to these online behaviors as netiquette. Netiquette, according to Chen 2019, is an abbreviation of Internet etiquette or network etiquette, guidelines for courteous communication in the online environment. It includes proper manners for sending email, conversing online, and so on. Much like traditional etiquette, which provides rules of conduct in social situations, the purpose of netiquette is to help construct and maintain a pleasant, comfortable, and efficient environment for online communication, as well as to avoid placing strain on the system and generating conflict among users. Moving on, here are some tips on how to use social media responsibly. How to manage your online identity. First, keep your personal information private. Your privacy enables you to gain full access and control of your data. You should be careful of how much information you share online. Sharing too much information such as your address, phone number, birthday, and other personal details means higher risk of being used by third parties for cyberstalking, identity theft, harassment, and fraud. Second, safeguard your passwords by using a combination of letters and numbers, or might as well use a two-factor authentication. A strong password lowers overall risk of a security breach. This will protect you from an unauthorized access to your computer device and as well as your personal information. Third, don't respond to inappropriate requests or unknown emails or attachments. Don't open any attachments from unknown and untrustworthy sources. A spyware or malware can be embedded from opening and running emails attachments. These viruses could possibly infiltrate your data, steal your identity, and you may lose your money. Fourth, don't post inappropriate pictures or comments. Posting inappropriate content can damage your reputation. It can have a negative effect on how other people perceive you. In addition, as people are becoming more active online, especially children, this may cause emotional and mental confusion that may lead them to commit unlawful behavior. Fifth, check your digital footprint. Every time you're online, you're leaving a trail of information about what you share, what you post, what you search, and every website you visit. Your digital footprint can be accessed by third parties and can be used to hack your computer, steal your identity, and sell your data. Sixth, install security suites. This collection of software utilities will protect your computer from malwares. This provides antivirus and personal firewall. Internet security will prevent hackers from accessing sensitive personal information and reduce the risk of falling victim of dangers and threats from social media. Lastly, consider your audience. You should figure out what content you share online by knowing your audience. It will help you determine what will be an appropriate tone for your message. Now, let's discuss about the do's and don'ts in an online environment. Listed below are some significant reminders about using social media responsibly. What counts as responsible? Be respectful of people's privacy. Be respectful of others' opinions. Think before you click and share. Use appropriate language and tone. Choose your friends wisely. Fact check before posting and use good grammar. On the other hand, what counts as irresponsible? The following are the list of the things that a person must not do while staying online. Don't spam, don't troll, don't bully, don't use sarcasm, don't type in all capital letters, don't post abusive content on social media, and don't violate copyright laws.
Worldwide, there are 3.80 billion social media users in January 2020, with this number increasing by more than 9%, which is 321 million new users since this time last year. Across mobile devices and computers, Global Web Index reports that we now spend an average of 2 hours and 24 minutes per person per day using social media, up by 2 minutes per day since this time last year. Once again, the story varies by country. Filipinos are still the world's most social people, with the average internet user aged 16 to 64, spending almost 4 hours per day on social media platforms. It is a very different picture at the other end of the scale, though, with internet users in Japan spending an average of 45 minutes per day using social media. Social media users in the Philippines. There were 73 million social media users in the Philippines as of January 2020. The number of social media users in the Philippines increased by 5.8 million, which is about 8.6% between April 2029 and January 2020.
Social media has been created to ease the communication, but if used excessively and irresponsibly, it results to negative effects or consequences to the people. So what are the consequences or negative effects if we do not use social media responsibly? First, we have addiction. Excessive use of social media can lead to addiction that people feel compelled to engage constantly and always have the constant urges to make posts and check social media. They spend many hours on social media to the point where they skip meals, neglect household chores, acquire bad behaviors, and forget to live their lives in the real world. Second, we have sleep problems. Frequent and excessive use of social media affects the normal sleep pattern of an individual. Exposure to blue light and obsessive checking behavior can lead to sleep deprivation. People tend to be awake late at night scrolling their social media feed that they do not give value to the adequate amount of rest and sleep that they should have. Third, distraction. The desire to use social media can lead to distraction, in which people can't be persistent and can keep themselves unfocused on what they are doing because they feel tempted. People tend to be distracted because they prioritize social media rather than doing important things that they should give more attention to. Lack of privacy. As more and more people engage to social media, more and more information gets placed online that truly entices the interest of hackers to steal personal privacy. Higher risk of depression. Excessive use of social media increases the risk of having depressive symptoms that can come from a lack of social interaction and social comparisons. And last, higher risk of cybercrimes to happen. It is inevitable that people can see lots of things as they scroll through their social media feed, which increases the risk for them to be involved in cybercrimes such as cyberbullying and online impersonation.
Benefits of using social media responsibly. First is to have a fruitful interaction online. As a responsible netizen, this will eliminate the possibility of fights or arguments to resurface online in a form of comments or posts. Instead of focusing on negativity, peaceful interaction with friends, family, and new people met virtually will be obtained. Second is to showcase talents and connect with people or business to advance careers. In this modern era, this platform is a powerful tool to promote business and share talents with wider range of audiences and to be accessed by future clients from all over the world. Be aware of what you share in public and avoid being victimized of crimes. With cybercrimes such as cyberbullying and online impersonation still existing, being cautious of not disclosing our personal information will lead us to be more safe in using these platforms. Fourth is to prevent from risking your mental and physical health. From kids to adults who are exposed with gadgets, addiction to social media has a huge possibility. Therefore, as a responsible user, setting limitation to our usage will prevent us from having lack of sleep and lose ourselves in expectation and life online. Fifth is to connect with people, groups, and pages to get relevant messages and create contents for social awareness. Based from our preferences, a lot of groups and pages that we can follow circulates online. There are vlogs that create contents for awareness and entertainment. There are also pages created for various purposes. And as someone exposed in this platform, we also have our opportunity to create our own and inspire others.
It will create a safe place for communication, develop, and maintain relationships. By following the tips on the proper use of social media, you can prevent yourself from the threats and perils hovering around the different media platforms. You will be able to maintain a healthy relationship with others, considering that you are aware and practice the right things to do online. Hold groups discussions constructive and prevent miscommunication. With this, one can learn to become friendly and uphold an active and positive conversation and avoid discrimination or misjudgment towards others. Promotes safe and engaging collaborative groups. Knowing that social media has a great influence on us, it is necessary that we must follow these tips as it will keep us from the harm and other threats. Moreover, we can create collaborative groups online that would be beneficial to us. Be aware and demonstrate acceptable behavior towards others online. With this, you are becoming cognizant and show reasonable and responsible use of social media while having the respect and consideration of others' feelings. Builds a positive reputation and protects it from threats and risks in social media. With this, one can avoid getting into trouble and encounter serious problems occurring in social media. And lastly, it allows you to develop good communication skills and gain respect to other social media users. Having enough knowledge and awareness of social media is ought to be used, one can improve his or her communication skills as he or she engages and interacts with one another by sharing his or her thoughts, feelings, and views about a certain topic or issue.
Here is another quote by David Amerland. Social media is addictive precisely because it gives us something which the real world lacks. It gives us immediacy, direction, and value as an individual. That is the end of our report. We hope that you have learned something out of this topic. Thank you for listening.